Today, Sarah and I are really excited because we're gonna make a crème caramel, which here in the States is called a flan. We're gonna need some really fresh eggs, milk and cream and sugar, some vanilla, some orange zest right here. So really making sure to avoid the pith, and we can get started. Right here, we're gonna make the caramel, which is sugar, and we're gonna keep that at the center. We're going to pour the water right on here. And you always want to make sure that the sugar does not touch the edges. And we'll also put a little bit of lemon juice. I'm going to put my hand here so we can make sure that we don't get any seeds in there. And we're going to let this come to a simmer until it becomes a bit of an amber color. It would be very tempting now with my spoon to kind of go in here and stir, but avoid doing that because we don't want any crystallizing to happen. So you see the outer side already is bubbling really nicely, and in just a few minutes we'll begin to see a change in color on the edge, and it's going to become more of an amber color. But you have to be careful because all of a sudden it goes from amber to really, really dark, and when it gets too dark, it becomes bitter. Now you see how it's getting nice and amber here. Now it's safe for me to stir. And we're gonna have to be very mindful to watch it closely because it can really turn quickly. Now that it's a nice amber color, I'll be able to turn it off and just keep it on here. And you see it's starting to smoke. That's a good sign. So I'm gonna turn the heat source off, and it's still going to darken. You see the smoke now? It's probably easier to see this way. Look at this beautiful amber color. There, you can see it this way. This is perfect. Now we're going to fill the ramekins up and swirl everything nicely around. Here we have the ramekins already set in a pan, a deep dish pan, and now we're just going to pour some of it right in there, and then we're going to immediately, I'm just going to show you real quick, we're going to immediately need to coat it all the way around. And it will harden quite quickly. Now that the ramekins have been coated with the sugar, we can set them aside and begin with the custard. In this heavy saucepan, we're going to pour the milk as well as the cream and a nice pinch of salt and half of the sugar. We'll bring this to a simmer and then get to the next step. The zest of this orange, and you see there is no pith in there because the pith, the white part, will cause it to become bitter. We're going to bring it to a simmer on medium heat. So the milk has come to a simmer. We're going to turn it off and allow the orange zest to get infused into the milk and just let it rest for about 10-15 minutes. So Sarah and I have been dying to open this egg up. Look how huge it is compared to this one, which still is quite large. But all I can think about is poor chicken. Let's put this one in here. Let's see if it's a double yolker. Yep, look at there. This is a double yolker. We're gonna put our eggs in here, and one of them we will just need the yolk, but I guess maybe I should calculate the yolk from that double yolker. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I think I'm gonna put one more. But here I'm just going to use the egg yolk and not the egg white. And place that in there. And here we're gonna add the vanilla and the rest of the sugar, and we'll begin whisking everything together until it becomes like a pale yellow. You see the difference in color? It's becoming a lot paler. And now we're going to be able to temper it with some of the warm milk. I'm gonna put a ladle full in there and just allow it to drip in slowly as I whisk really well. And now the rest of the milk right in here. Once again, we'll mix everything up, and it is time to fill our ramekins. What's really nice about this bowl, it has this spout, and now I'm going to fill each ramekin with it. Now that they're all filled, we're going to pour some boiling water right into this pan until it's about a little bit over halfway full. And we are ready to place it in the oven. The oven is preheated. Now we're very carefully going to put this in without spilling the water out. We're going to close the door and allow the oven to do its magic. We covered it with an upside down pan to keep the top from browning too quickly. We're going to pull it out slightly. Let me see if I can check with a knife. If it comes out clean, it's done. Yep. I'm curious to see when I check this one. You see how it kind of jiggles like jello? I don't know if you can see that. There we go. It's like firm jello, and so you know it's done. We're gonna let these cool right here in this water. Once they're cooled, we're gonna cover them up with some plastic wrap and place them in the refrigerator to cool fully. It is finally time to serve our crème caramel. It was in the refrigerator overnight. We took the water out, placed them back into this pan and into the fridge. Now, with the help of this knife, I'm gently going to go all around. And then we'll place this little plate right over it. Flip it around. And just give it a quick, there we go, little knock. There is our beautiful crème caramel. We're going to place a little mint leaf right here. And a raspberry here. And another one right here. Now what's going to be so delicious is this beautiful caramelized sugar on the side. And I'm going to get the first bite and wish you un buon appetito.